Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here, this is RTA Motorsports, and today we're going to be doing some more testing. More testing of the 7950 X3D CPU with my new motherboard setup and in the motion ring. So we are in the Prosimu 3 degrees of freedom cockpit. We're going to be doing the point of view racing as we normally do. We're just going to be jumping into this Corvette Z06 GT3. And just doing a quick race at Daytona. Now, I'm not great at Daytona, to be completely honest with you. Daytona is not my strong suit at all. So we're going to do our best. And hopefully we just keep it on the track and stay out of everyone's way. But I'm not really expecting too terribly much. But we'll give it our best shot. That's pretty much all we can do. Let's just straighten out this camera a little bit. All right.
Pit lane speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
So this is a fixed race, so there's no setup. And honestly, I didn't really get any practice. The race is going to be starting in about 10 minutes.
The traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors.
Give this guy a chance to pass. There we go. Oh.
Put a car on your left side. Clear left.
Guess he's got a friend on the track he's trying to help out. Very tempted to run the Porsche myself, but I don't have a Z06, but being that I have a Corvette C8, I kind of felt I needed to represent our C8 brethren. Stop. I love the feeling of the banks in the motion ring because it really tilts you over. Yep. One thing I want to do that's kind of distracting me a little bit is I want to adjust my rear camera there. Let's see. Got all the other cameras kind of set up. Let's see. Driver's side, rear camera. Apparently that's as low as it goes. Maybe if we give it a little bit more yaw. There we go. At least I can see, like, in this bottom corner here, kind of what's going on. There we go. Wasn't really able to see accurately what was happening. Let me check chat here, see how everyone's doing. I didn't even check to see how long. Lyle, what's going on? You got the 9800 X3D a few days ago. How are you liking it? And what board are you using? We're currently using the what is it? The B550 or B650, I think. The B650 live mixer has a ton of USB ports. That's kind of why I wanted to get it, because I have a lot of peripherals. And I was kind of using those, you know, power strips and not power strips, USB hubs. And you know, it's not the cleanest, it's not really the best, but got me along at least a little bit. But the goal with this build was to really get everything dialed in, so that way we weren't using all the hubs and everything like that. Everything for the most part was in the motherboard as much as possible. That was the goal. Yeah, B650 Wi-Fi. What brand is your Wi-Fi motherboard? Is it Acer? Asus? More importantly, how are you loving your 9800 X3D? That thing's an absolute monster. I actually bought this setup, my 7950 X3D, back in September. Just, we had so much going on. I only recently got the chance to actually install it and finally get back on the grid. MSI, nice. I love what they're doing with their, I don't know if you've been following CES at all. The new, I think with their motherboard, not their motherboards, their GPUs, they're doing like a little, not a Funko Pop, but they're doing something with their Dragon, Lucky the Dragon, where you get like a little action figure with every purchase of the 5090, from what I understand. Let this guy behind go by. Kind of keeping his distance back there. Anyone else here excited or gonna be trying to jump into that new Assetto Corsa Evo title? Definitely looking forward to that. Come on, baby. Tires are still probably too cold.
Sector 1 is 3.5, off the pace.
Must have put a tire off or locked up a rear tire. I don't know. Me and Daytona never really get along real well. So you say you can't really enjoy it with the 5700 XT. Your 4090 went belly up. Oh no, got the new MSI Supreme waiting at Micro Center for pickup. What happened to your 4090? Just out of nowhere, or were you doing something specific as far as like overclocking? Kind of curious. That's currently what I have. See, this practice should be over in just a minute, literally a minute. And we're going to be entering the race session. Not as much practice as I would condone for anyone. And again, Daytona is not really my strong suit. But this would be definitely a really good test to see if there's any issues I need to deal with besides obvious driving issues at Daytona. Need a lot more practice at Daytona. Funny part is I lived in Florida for a while. You'd think I would have a lot more excitement and nostalgia for this track, but I don't know. It just, I think because the road course is so flat and then you have that bus stop right in the middle, just started blue screening and finally quit. And of course it sounds like it was out of warranty and, oh, that's not fair. Sorry to hear that. I gotta get chat working again. We used to have chat going. Right now, the way I'm doing is I just have two windows up, one for each stream that we're doing. So I apologize. I'll do my best to make sure that I read the messages or at least convey across what's on the messages. I didn't even check to see how long this race is. Imagining fixed race is probably going to be about 45 minutes. Maybe at the most an hour.
Flag, V41.
Actually, it's a short race, 20 minutes. Okay, not bad. So far, she's doing pretty good. Really no complaints. We have most of the graphical settings pretty well maxed. One thing I love about this new system and setup is it's the first time I've been able to turn on the computer and everything just works. You know, normally, and Jesse could vouch for it, whenever I try to race, it's always like sometimes an hour, sometimes an hour and a half of me just problem solving what's going on with my computer. What problem of the day do I have? And this is nice. This is pretty sweet to finally have a system that feels very stable for the most part. The only thing is the RAM kit I have is not stable on the QVL. So I did get a little bit of an overclock on the RAM sticks, but nothing like what the speed is actually rated for. Running at, I want to say, like 5,400 megahertz. Which placey do you have? A little bit of a hang up there. Don't know what that was about. It's always something. All right, here we go. Let's qualify. Thank you, Lyle. All VR for you. There you go. You have the Playseat Challenge. What playseat do you have? The Moza R5 wheel as well, huh? How are you liking that wheel? I know Jesse, who I sim raced with quite a bit, is actually looking at his next wheel of choice. He's checking out the Camus right now, but I think he may end up going direct drive, and I'm not really sure which brand he's leaning towards just yet. I have to talk to him about that. Woo! Little drift there. I used to, for a long time, I had the Playseat Challenge. If you look at some of my older videos, Playseat Challenge with a Thrustmaster T1000, and most of my setup was basically cell phones as a like DIY dashboard. Does it fold up? If it's a folding chair where you can fold it and put it away, then it should be the Playseat Challenge. But if it's an actual like rig, I'm not really sure. They do have several different models. But mine was the one that was basically a fold-up rig. And it worked very well for me. My father-in-law actually has it now, and he uses it for American Truck Simulator. Nowhere near the limits there. It's kind of by design, because this is more practice for me. You have it bolted to a wooden base? Yeah. Probably much more robust than the one I had. Which is nothing wrong with the Playseat Challenge. I had it for years. I loved it. I ended up making it a kind of a semi-permanent rig where I had a wooden sawhorse that I stuck the pedal plate through, and the wooden sawhorse, I had it like upholstered with some vinyl to look like a car interior. Had a little dashboard area for my cell phones that had connected to my computer. And had my shifter box on the right side there. Wasn't bad at all. Kind of made it work. Playseat Challenge is definitely a versatile little rig there. This one here, this is something I've been, slowly building over time. It's a Prosimu T1000 aluminum motion rig. Hey, what's going on? 100 mile per hour.
You're currently 3.5 seconds off the pace. The guy behind has just done a 150.76.
Feel the car crab walking like crazy. Oh man. Oh no. Yeah, this lap is not going to count. Darn. I really tried to really tried to hold it together there, but that one turn I kind of kept the power down, and I felt the car just like not liking it at all through the kink. got the 1 lap at least. And again, if it puts us towards the back, it's not the end of the world there. It's more so to make sure that the rig is working and everything is copacetic, which so far
is 1.9 seconds off the pace.
So far everything seems pretty good.
So you fastest lap for real there, 146.00.
Gotta make sure everything's ready for when the set of ports at Evo comes out. Hopefully there'll be a motion profile for me to use and actually be able to use motion. So it looks like we're P7 so far. I'm sure we're gonna get kicked down a little bit. But again, this is a fixed setup race, so it's not like, you know, we can really adjust too much or really get the full amount. Kind of feel like this car needs a setup at this track. Because I know what it feels like to be at Daytona when you're fully practiced up and you're able to really push the car in some of the turns and getting a little bit understeer and you're on that edge, especially in turn 1. And to me, I just feel nervous with this car. Then again, it's a GTE, it's a Z06, but it doesn't feel as solid and hooked up as I remember. Let's see. So far we're towards like the middle of the pack. Looks like it's only 15 cars. We got pushed to P8. We only had that 1 lap. Wasn't a great lap. So we'll see. We'll see. Should be finishing up in 40 seconds here. So just because I don't have chat on the screen again, I'm just going to try to, as much as possible, read the comments just so there's a little bit of context for everyone. You say that you love fixed setups and you're not good at setups, but here's the thing. I don't use setups myself. I'll tweak here and there, like brake bias and wing angle and, dive planes, things like that. I won't go too crazy with setups, but I use VRS. I'm not sponsored by them. I pay for it. But VRS, their software is actually super strong. To be honest with you, in the races that I actually plan out, have the time to like sit down and watch their tutorial videos. They give you like tutorial videos for each car and the setup that you're downloading. Those races are like some of my best races. Some of them I actually won because of the training stuff that they offer. So, I can't recommend them enough. I know that there's other, situations out there as far as like, sometimes people are a part of Discord groups and things like that, but I don't have access to that as far as, knowing what groups to join or anything like that. And I know a lot of people are in those groups. All the power to you if that works for you, but VRS, whenever I do use the tools, it's very powerful. Can't recommend them enough. All right, so we're going to be starting P9. We'll just try to, like I said, we'll try to mingle in the pack, see what we can do here, and just try to be safe. That's a goal. Just try to be safe.
60 seconds.
Let's see if I could maybe adjust this mirror a little bit. So it's 67 degrees on track right now. No precipitation.
30 seconds.
11 mile per hour winds. Yeah, iRacing only. That's kind of the thing. I don't know what's going to happen with ACC. I mean, I keep trying to say ACC, but Assetto Corsa Evo. I don't know what's going to happen with that, if there's going to be some tools that we could use, or, do they have something built in for setups? Not really sure.
P9, car number.
But, not really for Assetto Corsa Competizione. That's the only unfortunate thing. But I'm mostly in iRacing. I keep trying to branch out. I end up coming back to iRacing, so it works for me.
This is a rolling start. Follow car number 17 in the left column. The pace car speed is 42 miles per hour.
Definitely want to get back to an A license. We're currently a B license. I got demoted mainly because I was floating in and out of different race classes over and over again
The guy ahead.
with not much practice, which I do not recommend. It's kind of what we're doing today. But like, you know, when we had the BMW series that just came up and the TCR series just started, every time iRacing was releasing new series and new content, I kept jumping from one to the other. And we went from A to B, and back to A, and then back down to B, and that's where we currently are now. It's very hard to maintain the A license. Just for some context, right now we're sitting about, it went down to 70 frames per second now that we're passing the grandstands. We were 90 in the grid right now, which is the hardest to run.
Green, green, green.
Off we go.
There's a car on your right side. Hold your line still there. Clear right. Car on your right side. Clear right, clear right.
Starts all right. Let's be all right. The driver in front of us is great. Car number 14, A license.
Trying to get some heat in the tires. Yeah, no, I agree. You like GT3 and most of your favorite tracks are not domestic except Laguna Seca.
All right, right. The next car is Stefan, car number 16.
So what do you, what's your sim of choice for racing then? Is it ACC?
Guy in front is Kokoro, car
These
number
guys are trying to
17.
knock each other out of the draft by swerving back and forth.
P8.
Right side, right side. Clear right. Got a car on your right side. Clear right.
Defend hard. Make them work forever.
For some reason that Acura keeps losing it on that turn.
On your left. Left side clear.
Great at the rest of the track, but it's just that one turn keeps losing it on. You know, I haven't been in Automobilista 2 for a while. That's a good call out. I love that title. The physics is amazing. Sport closed beta has potential, and Le Mans. That's good to know.
The leader was just done at 146.74. P7. The gap ahead is now 0.5. Okay, right, the next car is great. Car number 14, A license.
Le Mans is awesome. Yeah.
Minutes left.
Oh, that was a good pass. That was clean. That was clean for that Porsche. Right around that McLaren. For a second, I was like, what just happened? Back behind car 17, just like at the start of the race.
Good lap, that's your best in the session.
Car right, your right side clear.
Oh no, I knew I was coming in way too hot. Of course, everyone's bunched up. We went from P7 to P17. How the heck?
In front of us is car number 18.
All for one incident. Guess that's how it happens sometimes.
There's an incident in turn 6. We think it might be Okora.
Yeah, I was hanging in there pretty good.
Okay, right. The next car is Williams. Car number 11.
I was trying to brake just a little bit deeper, and then I felt it. I just felt the car just not like how much brake I was giving it. And at that point, it was too late. Way too late. All right, we got past one.
The guy in front is Susat. Car number 2. The leader's just done at 146.00.
Those poor guys fighting through some damage. Hopefully we can make it around him. I don't think we're going to have enough time. At least it looks like he was fighting through some damage. They're going in the pits there. He's just kind of swerving a bit.
13th place. The car ahead is John. Car number 9. Turn 6. It looks like Walker.
Whoa!
There's an incident in turn 7. It looks like
I noticed
John.
his nose was kind of going. It might be a brake bias issue, to be honest with you. But I noticed that last car, his nose was kind of going back and forth. That's why I felt like he had damage. Especially on the straightaway, he was kind of going back and forth a little too much.
Fastest lap for VIOTEK, 145.89.
Alright, we should have improved our situation a little bit at least. You know, when you like the force feedback of a title, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to fight against it.
Okay, right, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
It's a big part of what we use in these sim titles to really tell what's happening and really connect this to the car. And if you like it, you know, that's almost everything there, you know? I just gotta spend more time in it. You know, we did the preliminary sort of like runs on Le Mans Ultimate, I believe. I just haven't been in it since. It's been so long.
Car in front of us is VIOTEK, car number 6. Fine. Fastest lap for VIOTEK, 145.74.
You've been exploring around ACC in an unhealthy way? What do you mean by that? Exploring outside of the tracks? Oh, okay.
The last lap was at 148.14.
Woo! Rear end slid out there.
pushing. Alright, Ray, the next car is car number 8. You've got half your fuel left. Turn 2, looks like it's Walker. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. This is now Walker, car number 4. Okay, Ray, you're reeling. Walker.
Only a 10 to 30% improvement over the 4090. If that is the case, I'm not going to upgrade. I'm waiting for the full reviews to come out.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. The guy ahead is car number 7.
Yeah, to be honest with you, they were kind of...
That's your quickest lap in this session.
They were making it out to sound like it was going to be a humongous improvement. But 10 to 30%, I guess that would be around kind of, you know, what you would expect for a flagship card.
Andrew.
Left side. Clear left.
Oh, we got a guy in the grass doing donuts.
Lose this place.
Oh, they are getting aggressive. They hit each other. They hit each other. We got a Porsche into that. Porsche into the McLaren. Looked like the Porsche was trying to dive on the inside, but he was way too far behind. They ended up T-boning him, pushing him right off track. But yeah, I think I'm going to wait for the actual reviews to come out. I'm not going to get on, you know, the first night of ordering prior to the reviews. And it's kind of hard for us sim racers because it's not really, you know, big YouTubers that have, you know, the flagship new cars being given to them, or just a sim racing type of review too often. There's not, you know, nothing like a Gamers Nexus or Linus Tech Tips review is going to come from our community, where they have like the big testing suite and lab to do so.
You've just done a 48 with 3.2.
So we just gotta, you know, take from it what we can. But I'm definitely waiting for like Gamers Nexus and Linus and all those guys
Yellow flag. There's an incident in.
to really
Horseshoe. You think it might be Alexander?
get their labs in order and really test this thing out. See if it's worth it. $2,000 is a lot of money. Come on, baby, don't give out on me now. The rear end is wanting to just slide. So we have moved up from P17 to P8 currently, or P9 I should say. There's a little bit of a shake-up of the positions ahead of us, but I think we're going to be P9, back to where we qualified. We did get as high up as P7 before we completely lost it. I just don't really see like DLSS 4.0 or any of those types of software coming to iRacing or many of the other sim racing titles where we get to use the AI feature set and all the, you know, all the stuff that and fluff that they were saying that kind of makes the 5090 stand out. We tend to really rely on just raw horsepower a lot in our niche, and that's something I'm waiting to see. Oh, a lot of dirt being thrown around the track there. It's like we hit an oil slick or something. Something made me kind of lose it right there. Maybe the tires are just tired. Could be. White flag is out. Let's take the checker. At least we made it back to where we qualified, it seems.
P9. That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
Yep, P9. All right, so not too bad. I gotta say, overall, everything is working really well in this race, especially when I have grandstands turned up. Everything looked really good. I am getting decent frame rates in a race. I'm, around the 100, sometimes dipping down to the 90s. In the grid, we went as low as 70 while cars are around us. Overall, not too bad. And again, I'm not great at Daytona. Daytona's kind of like one of my not so favorite tracks. And we managed to stay where we qualified. So I'm sure with more practice, I can do a lot better. Let's back out of here and let's see what happened to our safety rating and our I rating. Because I'm sure, let's see, results are ready. Sure, it's not going to be favorable results. That is for the practice session. Yeah, so that's not the race session yet. People are probably still on track. It's a great recovery nonetheless. Yeah. All right, there we go. So this is going to be the race session here. Average lap time was a 1:47.1. Safety rating went up a little bit. I rating went up just, 6 points, so pretty negligible. I would say we didn't lose nothing, and, we barely gained something. So that's a win in my book. I'll take it. But all right, everyone, I'm going to kind of hang this up here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in for this test. It's successful. I am very happy, which means that we're going to be able to do a lot more racing in the near future and a lot more content creation. Big frustration for me was the fact that we were having so many issues all the time with our system. Now being able to be back and ready to go is just awesome. I'm so happy. All right, everyone. I'm Crash. This is RTA Motorsports. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you all next time.